Welcome back to Akhara Study. Today we're diving into Chapter 9 to explore the life and scientific career of Jagadish Chandra Bose. Before studying in Europe's grand laboratories, Bose began his education in a rural Bengali village. His father believed that a child should know their mother tongue and their own people before learning a foreign language, so he sent his son to a local vernacular school. In that classroom, the son of a Muslim attendant sat on his right, and a fisherman's son on his left. These were his constant playmates. Bose spent hours listening to stories about exotic birds, local wild animals, and aquatic creatures. He later recalled these tales sparked his keen interest in investigating how nature actually works. Growing up sharing stories and meals with these friends, Bose later wrote that he never realized a problem existed between different communities or castes. As a scientist, he saw the world through the shared experiences of his peers, rather than through social labels. In 1869, Bose moved to Calcutta, enrolling first in hair school and later at St. Xavier's. At St. Xavier's College, he met Jesuit father Eugene Lafont, who became a primary influence, developing his deep interest in the natural sciences. Bose then traveled to England to study at Christ College, Cambridge. By 1884, he had secured a natural science tripost from Cambridge and a Bachelor of Science from the University of London. This journey, from rural Bengali storytelling to the highest levels of British physics, gave Bose the technical tools to investigate nature from a unique perspective. In 1885, Bose returned to India to join Presidency College as an officiating professor of physics. However, he immediately faced systemic discrimination. He was denied research facilities and offered a salary significantly lower than that of his European colleagues. In response, Bose began a silent protest. He refused to accept his paycheck for 3 years, continuing to teach his classes without pay to show that his expertise was not for sale at a discounted rate. His unyielding stance eventually forced the administration to change. After 3 years, the director of public instruction and the principal offered him a permanent post and paid his salary in full for the time he had taught for free. By refusing to compromise his national pride, Bose proved that his commitment to his work was inseparable from his demand for equal treatment and self-respect. With his position secured, Bose began inventing sensitive instruments to measure the natural world. One of these was the Crescograph, an instrument designed to measure the minute growth rates of plants. Bose used his instruments to show plants respond to external stimuli like heat, noise, and toxins. By injecting poison into a plant and recording its reaction, he demonstrated that the biological responses of plants closely mirrored those of animals and humans. While he was researching the sensitivity of plants, Bose was also conducting groundbreaking work in physics, holding public demonstrations of electromagnetic waves in Calcutta. At the same time, the Italian scientist Guglielmo Marconi was working on similar technology, eventually receiving the patent for the invention of wireless telegraphy. History has since re-evaluated these contributions. It is now recognized that Bose's public demonstrations occurred earlier, establishing much of the foundational hardware and theory for wireless transmission. By proving that plants react to the world just as humans do, and that energy could be transmitted through invisible waves, Bose uncovered a shared set of physical laws. He showed that boundaries between living and non-living were not as distinct as they seemed. Despite his success, Bose refused to seek commercial patents for his inventions. He believed that scientific research should be public so that others could advance further along the lines of his discoveries. His creativity extended to literature as well. In 1896, he wrote Nirudesha's Koje, a story that explored scientific concepts through fiction. This work earned him the distinction of being the first writer of science fiction in the Bengali language. These contributions show a man who didn't see science as a narrow academic pursuit, but as a visionary way to enrich both culture and humanity. Recognition eventually arrived from across the globe. He was elected a Fellow of the Royal Society and knighted in 1917. That same year, he founded the Bose Institute in Calcutta, donating his house to the nation to ensure scientific research continues for generations. Jagadish Chandra Bose passed away on November 23, 1937. From his early days in a village school to his global recognition as a physicist and biologist, His life's work remains a defining example of Indian intellectual achievement and national pride. That concludes our lesson on the life of J.C. Bose. If you found this adaptation of Chapter 9 helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Akhara Study for more guides through your syllabus. We'll see you in the next video.